And then they're like, everybody looking crazy in the face. I was like, why don't you have your part? We've talked about this. We literally sat and talked about this, you know? And everyone's just like looking crazy. I'm just like, okay, this is ridiculous. And then so around that time I ended up getting fired. You know, they pulled me to the office. They're like, you're not performing up to our standards. Welcome back to Shay Bay TV. It's your girl Shay, and I am back with another freaking video. If you are new to my channel and you want to be part of Bay Squad, make sure you hit that subscription button below and hit that notification bell as well. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into the video. Y'all, I'm just gonna say this. 2018, what the hell to the no. It was not what that was at all. Like, I just want to, like, I'm ready for this shit to be done. Like, I'm ready to go. It gotta go. It gotta go. Like, adios, motherfucker. Like, it has been one hell of a year. And that's pretty much what I want to talk about. Overview of my 2018. I'm literally going to just start from trying to do a general understanding of how 2018 went, and then I'm going to do separate videos about each subject. We're talking about me being homeless, changing jobs, changing fields, what led me to become in this situation that I'm in actually right now. So it is a lot of content. So I'm going to keep it as short as possible. I'm going to do separate videos and try to get those uploaded as soon as possible for you guys, because I know I have been sucking with uploading, but it's because of how and what I've been dealing with, and I've been afraid to talk about it. I've been ashamed, and I'm just like, I'm done being ashamed. Everybody go through shit. So I'm just gonna put it all out on the table for you guys. And just so I won't have to constantly keep explaining my situation to other people, I was like, you know what? I made a whole video about this, and it's on my YouTube channel, because I'm not ashamed. It's just I get tired of repeating myself constantly about, they're like, well, how did you end up in this situation? And I'm just constantly have to repeat myself a million times. I ain't got time for that no more, and I'm done. So yeah, it's about time to set the record straight and give everyone understanding and give everyone some motivation, because we all go through stuff and we think that we're by ourselves during those hard times, and that we think that, oh man, this does not happen to nobody else but me. When in reality, a lot of people go through these things. So everyone has a bad year. Everyone has a bad day. Everyone has a bad month, you know? So I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, and I'm not here to get sympathy. I'm not here to get help or anything like that. I'm here actually for you guys, so you guys know that you are not alone in this fight and everything. So I hope you guys are ready to pretty much just get a taste of my life. So I actually wrote down everything, because your girl is just so much. It's gonna be all over the place if I try to remember everything, because it is so much. So let's just say this, that 2018 was one for the books, and one where I have learned a lot. I have learned to set boundaries. I have learned to be patient. I have learned to trust God and have faith through this storm, pretty much. I don't know if you have heard that term, when it rains, it pours. Okay, yeah, that is exactly what is happening to me. That is exactly what happened to me. It didn't just pour. It thunderstormed. It was thundering, lightning, hurricanes, any kind of weather you can think of is what was happening in my world this year, with a bit of sunshine on the forecast, a little bit here and there. But other than that, it was just full-blown tornado season in my life. I'm not even over exaggerating. So let's get into it. All right, so it pretty much, let's just take it back to January, or maybe kind of last year, December. I decided to change fields, career fields, because I was a teacher. I was a preschool teacher. I still love kids and everything like that. But I decided I don't think I want to do this for the rest of my life. So I need to change jobs. So I ended up getting a marketing job in February, I believe, of 2018. And right after that, I believe my dad got into a house fire. And with that, my dad getting into a house fire, I ended up leaving to go be with him. And during that time, right before I left, I was in the middle of moving. I thought I had a place to go before I had left to go with my dad, and I thought I had a job when I came back. But all that turned out to be false. That was not true. That was not the case. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why that was not the case. So before I went out of town to go meet my dad, I had just signed these papers so I had this beautiful 3-bedroom townhome here in, Plano. Plano is pretty much where I was living at the time in Texas. And and so apparently it was roach infested when I came back, and I hadn't moved anything in yet. The night I got back from that town was the day that we started moving, that we were going to start moving stuff in. But we couldn't move anything in, okay? Because it was literally roach infested, and come to find out it was due to the refrigerator. And mind you, it was not a messed up apartment. It was actually townhome. It was very nice. It was really, really nice. When I went to go look at it, I didn't see any of that, so it caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, what the hell? And so no one can live in a roach infested home under those conditions, okay? So we didn't move in. So that put us in a predicament. I had no money. I had just came back from out of town. I had just put my deposit down on that home, and then guess what they did? They said they did not owe me a dime. That's exactly what they said. They said it was my fault. I was like, no, honey, it was like that before I moved here. Okay? It was like that before I moved here. But apparently they did not want to pay me my money back, which is unfortunate. But I was like, you know what? I trust you, God. This is what that is at the moment. So that caused me and my mom to be homeless, with my little brother. So we were homeless at the time for about I want to say 2 months after that. April ended up getting another place. And I also had got another job after losing or having to quit my marketing job due to my dad being in the house fire, and they just were not understanding. They were like, oh, you just need to compartmentalize and yada, 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 and continue to work. I was like, honey, my daddy was inside a house fire. I'm not going to do that. No. Like, I understand. Me and my dad, okay, we don't have the best relationship. But at the end of the day, honey, that's my dad. And if something ever happened to him, I would still be heartbroken if I couldn't be there for him. I'm not a heartless person. I'm going to be there for my dad. So I was. And so I end up, thankfully, to my lovely, amazing friend. She is just such a blessing and such a sweetheart. I love her to death. And I'm just so grateful for her. She ended up asking me how I was doing, and I just told her my situation. Not asking for anything in particular, not asking for handouts or anything. But she was like, hold on, let me see if we're hiring. And she told me, and she was like, yeah, we're actually hiring or whatever. So go ahead and send your resume over. So I sent my resume over. I was like, thank you, God. Like, this job was going to be a lot more money. I was so grateful. I was just so ecstatic. And so I went through the whole interview process. I got the job. I was so blessed, right? And I end up, not even 2 weeks after getting the job, getting into a very awful car accident to the point where I could not walk. And I had suffered a very bad concussion from the car accident. So it left me out of work for a whole month, probably a month and a week. And when I went back, I tried to get back on track. It was really hard. I had to relearn everything. I was asking for help as much as I could, and you know, they weren't really. I feel like, to me, they weren't communicating. You know, if I were making mistakes or trying to fix my mistakes. Like every time I would fix my mistakes, or they said they told me, but I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Y'all didn't tell me nothing like that, okay? So, but anyway, months go by. I'm thinking I'm doing great and work great. You know, thinking I'm getting back on my feet. Oh, because back in April, I had ended up moving. I moved into another apartment after the roach infested being homeless. So apartment, sorry, I skipped over that. But yeah, ended up moving to another apartment. Life was getting a little bit better, you know, still going to rehab, still going to physical therapy and all the other stuff so I can walk and get better. And so I'm thinking everything's okay at work. I'm thinking that my life is getting on track again. But boom, I let someone come in, move in with me, and I did not make the best decision. I did not make the best decision when I let this person move in with me. Unfortunately, it was family, and I'm not trying to disrespect or diss this family member, but she had a problem. And I really don't care if she sees this. She's probably gonna be mad, but I told her all this stuff, so whatever. I don't care anymore. But yeah, I allowed this person to come in, and they did not do their part. And in a way, it's my fault. I'm gonna open this door because I'm actually very hot. Oh my god, it feels so good. Okay. They didn't do their part as we agreed. They were supposed to help with the rent and stuff like that. And we sat down, we tried to make a budget and all that stuff. And then they did not want to follow it. And they were putting the money elsewhere and kept making excuses on why they couldn't pay and all of the other stuff. But that is what happens when you deal with an addict due to other medical problems that they are having. So once again, not trying to put all their business out there like that, but I made a very bad choice when letting this person come to live with me. They were only supposed to be there temporarily, but it ended up being pretty much up until we got evicted out of our home. Yeah, I said that. I got evicted out of my home. And yeah, and it's my fault. I should have budgeted a little bit better. In a way, it's my fault. I should have budgeted a little bit better. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I was relying on my mom. I was relying on my aunt. You know, all three of us was going to have our part. Like, I would have my part, and then either her or my mom wouldn't have their part. And I love my mom, so no disrespect to my mom. My mom knows all these things that I'm talking about in this video. She said, I don't care, put it all on the table. So I told her and let her know. So yeah. So with that being said, months down the line, you know, come October, well, it kind of started September. I started getting this feeling about me losing my job. I was like, I'm gonna get fired, and I don't know why I'm having this feeling. I was like, bro, I'm gonna get fired. Y'all don't believe me, but I literally had that feeling. You know how you just have a gut feeling about something? I should just quit when I felt that gut feeling, but I didn't listen. I was like, well, maybe I'm just crazy, and it happened. I got fired. September. You know, we were still struggling, trying to catch up from the car accident, trying to catch up with bills and everything like that. And, you know, I was just so far behind because of 1 month of not working. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Sets you back a whole lot. It sets you back financially and all kind of stuff, into where it makes it really, really hard to pay the bills. And so we get to September, okay? And we are trying to pay the bills or whatever, and October rents come. And I'm just like, okay, y'all, where's your part? And then they're like, everybody looking crazy in the face. I'm just like, why don't you have your part? We've talked about this. We literally sat and talked about this, you know? And everyone's just like looking crazy. I'm just like, okay, this is ridiculous. And then, so around that time, I ended up getting fired. You know, they pulled me to the office. They're like, you're not performing up to our, like, great. But I've been doing so well. Like, no one has, you know, told me that I've been doing anything wrong or anything like that. Like, well, you know, they just couldn't really say anything. I was like, you don't understand. I need this job. Like, not only do I need it, but I love my job. I love what I do. I like the insurance company world. I really genuinely did. And so that was just really hard pill to swallow. But yeah, I ended up getting fired and didn't have a job for 2 months. So I ended up getting evicted and losing my job within the same month. Very, very close together. And once again became homeless. And ended up going to my another friend's house, which I'm so grateful for her. Shout out to you. You know who you are. I am still so forever grateful for you allowing me to come into your home and everything like that. I appreciate it very much. I'm not going to put her name out there, but girl, shout out to you. I love you. Okay, girl? You are the shit. Like, she literally allowed me and my family, me, my mom, my little brother, to come stay with her during my hard time. Even though it was only 2 weeks, she allowed me to come stay with her until we figured out our next step. So anyway, I ended up getting a job. I was babysitting her kids for her, so it kind of worked out. She was allowing me to stay there. I was babysitting her kids, and it worked. And I was happy with that. I was like, that's cool. That's awesome. This is perfect. It's teamwork. I ended up getting another job, working at UPS. And once again, I didn't get in a car accident, but I am currently on crutches. I broke my foot and sprained my ankle about, I guess, going on 3 weeks ago. I had an injury on the job after 2 weeks of being there. And at that time, we had already moved out of my friend's house, and then we moved to an Airbnb, and I ended up breaking my foot there. And not there, at my job, at the UPS or whatever. We got an Airbnb just to help us out until we figure out where we're going to go next. And now that we're out of the Airbnb, hold on, pause. While we were staying at the Airbnb, the same week I broke my foot. I broke my foot on a Monday, and on a Wednesday, somebody tried to break in my damn car. Someone tried to break in my damn car. Do you feel me? I'm just like, really? Why? We ain't got no money for you. We're broke, okay? I ain't got no kind of money to give you. But they got in and they took my mom's little Coach makeup bag. You got some makeup, fool. I hope you know that. That's all you got was some damn makeup. With your raggedy ass. Yeah, I hope you're watching this because you raggedy and you ain't nothing. So anyway, that happened the same week I broke my foot, and I was like, are you kidding me? They didn't break the glass. They got in it by the door. Thankfully, I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning getting ready for work because I work overnight at UPS. Yes, I'm still going to work with a broken foot. But yay for workers' comp. They don't give a fuck that you have a broken foot, you know, and I'm getting shitty ass pay because of it. So, but let me say this, it was not my fault. It literally was not my fault. So yeah, I end up, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought, y'all, because somebody called me. So where was I? I was saying, oh yeah, so it wasn't my fault. I'm so crazy. So it wasn't my fault. It was theirs. Like, I can't really explain it. It's so hard to explain. But let's just say, like, the floor was not put together, okay? And it's meant to be put together. Like, this little thing was supposed to go in here like a puzzle, and it was not, okay? It was like this. And my foot went inside, and it sprained my ankle and broke my foot. So, yeah, that's that. But, anyway, on a positive note, I was able to do a little traveling this year despite all the craziness. And that probably sounds extra stupid because I'm homeless. So at the moment, I'm not completely homeless. I'm living in a hotel right now, called the, anyway, it's called the Budget Suites. The Budget Suites is an extended stay place where you can stay here, whether you're on vacation, whether you are getting your house built, whether you are just going through a hard time, or some people actually live here and have lived here for years. From what I've heard, they have literally lived here for whatever reason. I don't know, because it's actually kind of expensive to live here on a weekly basis. But yeah, we're here until we get our lives together, and until my life gets together, until my lawyer, like I'm dealing with my lawyer right now with the settlement for my car accident. Thankfully, we're almost, I can see the end of the tunnel, almost there. So right now, that is what I've been dealing with. But through all of that, I want to touch on some things because, you know, as I said earlier, that we all go through stuff. We all have our bad times in our life. We have bad years, we have bad days, we have bad months, a bad week. And I want y'all to know to stay positive and to give your situation to God. And sometimes you're going through a situation because he's wanting you to grow. And that's what I learned about my situation, is that the more I started getting involved with the Lord and I started reading my Bible, I started going to church. My boyfriend, he's like so adamant about it now, whatever. He's just like, you know, he stays on top of me about, did you read your Bible? Did you go to church? Are you he helps me, and I'm just so grateful for him, because without him, like, I don't think I would have been able to get through the situation as well. It would have took a little bit more. But yeah, like, as soon as I changed to where I'm going to put my faith in God, that's actually when more bad stuff started happening. But it was just all the devil trying to get me down and try to make me, you know, forget about who God really is and forget where I come from, and to make me give up, because I know I'm not going through this for no reason. There is a reason, there is a lesson through this. And right now it's just the matter of staying positive and not giving up. A lot of people will get in these situations. A lot of people get in these situations and give up. They will stop pushing. They will stop trying to, you know, get better themselves, and they'll forget the lesson. There is a lesson. God is trying to humble you. If you're in this situation, he is trying to humble you. And I need for y'all to understand that. It's not for no reason. It's like, not why me, it's why, it's like, what for? You know, it's like, don't say, why me, Lord? It's like, okay, Lord, what are you trying to teach me through this situation right now? What am I supposed to learn? And you have to just kind of, it's hard to figure out. It's hard to try to listen to God. And once again, I'm not trying to make this all about God, but it is for God. It's about God. It's about having faith. And I've talked about that before. God is testing my faith, y'all. But I'm like getting over being sick. But yeah, there's always a bigger picture. There's always something bigger. There's always, you know, a reason behind why you're going through something. And you have to try to remember that it's not just about you. We get so caught up about us that we forget that it's probably about somebody else, you know? And I'm going to talk about that in another video, that sometimes people will come in our lives, not for you, but for them. And it's just the matter of staying strong, not forgetting who God is, not forgetting to have faith, because we do that. We get so caught up and we worry. And God says not to worry. You give it all to him, and, you know, that's it. Like, you have nothing to worry about. As long as you are putting your faith in him, you have nothing to worry about. It's not easy. It's not. Trust me, I have been highly depressed. I was so depressed. I'm going to also make a video on that, talking about how I beat depression and beat cutting myself, because it literally got that bad to where I was drinking a lot. I started cutting myself. I did, and I'm not even going to lie. You know, my boyfriend is probably the only one that knows that. And it's just, I just wanted to get rid of the pain. I wanted it all to go away. But I had to come to realize that drinking and being depressed and trying to hurt myself is not going to fix the situation. It's like, boss the fuck up, okay? That's what you got to do. Boss up. Because if you're going to sit here and cry like a little baby, nothing's going to change. And that's pretty much all to it. Is nothing's going to change if you just sit and complain and want to cry and all the other stuff. It's not going to help your situation at all. It's not. So that's just a few of my tips, and that's not even half of my tips on how to push through a situation and push through the storm. So I want to get more in depth, a little bit about each situation and how I kind of overcame each situation. Because, you know, my feelings and how I felt was like literally a roller coaster. I'm not even kidding. Like sometimes like, oh, you know, I'm going to be just fine. Other times I'm like, God, I hate my life. I just want it to end, God, I just want it to end. It's literally, I'm not even kidding how I was. Like, it was just so awful. And then on top of that, I was dealing with sickness and all other stuff. So it has been a year, but I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned during this period, during this time. Because your girl, this has made your girl 10 times stronger for 2019. Because baby, I don't think you understand. I'm coming for it. Everything that I have, all the tears I have cried, baby, I'm putting it all of it into 2019, okay? I'm coming for everything. And I need for you to do the same. You had a hard year, go put all the energy in 2019, okay? Start making changes today. What are you going to do to better your 2019? Okay, like, I don't think y'all understand. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let me stop. But I'm trying to hurry up so the video won't be too long. But yeah, so stay tuned. I have lots more videos coming down for you guys. A lot more inspiration videos, a lot more motivation videos. And this is my personal stories to help you. Because it isn't just about me, it's about y'all. And you know, we all have a journey, we all have a story, and I am so happy that I get to share my story with y'all, with my Bae Squad. So make sure if you are new watching a video of mine, watching this video, make sure you hit that subscription button and hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys in my next video. So adios, the Bae Squad.